If you want awesome products at great prices, check out the description. Russian state media and pro-war bloggers are reporting a significant development in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. For the first time in the three-year offensive, Russian forces claim to have captured the village of Daknoy, located within the Dnipropetrovsk region. This purported seizure represents a potential psychological blow to Ukraine, though confirmation from Ukrainian officials or the Russian Defense Ministry remains pending. The claim stems from a telegram post by Vladimir Rogov, a prominent pro-Russian official, who stated that Russian troops had expelled Ukrainian forces from Daknoy. This assertion, however, echoes a similar claim made 3 weeks prior, alleging Russian forces had entered Dnipropetrovsk, a claim subsequently refuted by Ukrainian authorities. Dnipropetrovsk, situated west of the Donetsk region, is notably absent from the 5 Ukrainian regions formally claimed by Russia. This development adds another layer of complexity to the conflict, especially given prior peace talks in Istanbul where Moscow threatened further territorial expansion if Ukraine failed to sign a peace deal on Russian terms. The relentless bombardment of Dnipropetrovsk by Russian forces is a continuing concern, with a recent attack causing significant damage and resulting in the deaths of at least 17 civilians, including damage to schools, hospitals, and a passenger train. The ongoing conflict has seen Russia seize approximately 1/5 of Ukraine's territory, making steady if contested gains. Recent successes include the takeover of a major lithium deposit in Donetsk, cutting off a valuable resource crucial to Ukraine's budding economic partnership with the United States. This partnership, formalized in April with an agreement to share profits from the sale of Ukrainian minerals and rare earths, was seen as a significant economic incentive for continued U.S. investment in Ukraine's defense and reconstruction, a point highlighted by former President Donald Trump. However, the absence of security guarantees within this agreement leaves Ukraine vulnerable to such setbacks. Currently, Russia controls significant portions of eastern and southeastern Ukraine, including Crimea, the vast majority of Luhansk, and substantial parts of Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson regions, as well as fragments of Kharkiv and Sumy. Despite continued claims of interest in peace talks, Russia shows no signs of de-escalating its offensive. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov recently indicated that the timeline for a third round of talks with Ukraine is expected to become clear soon, emphasizing that the progress of negotiations heavily depends on Kyiv's stance and the efficacy of U.S. mediation efforts. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy's efforts to secure further U.S. sanctions against Russia appear to be facing ongoing challenges. Senator Lindsey Graham, a strong supporter of Ukraine, announced the backing of a bill targeting Russia's oil trade, yet U.S. President Biden has expressed reservations about imposing further sanctions, citing potential harm to peace negotiations. The strategic implications of the reported capture of Daknoy, coupled with the ongoing territorial gains and the complexities surrounding peace negotiations and economic partnerships, paint a picture of a conflict far from resolution, and one where the stakes remain exceptionally high for all involved. The situation continues to evolve rapidly, and further updates will be provided as they become available. The international community closely watches the unfolding events, hoping for a peaceful and just resolution to this protracted conflict, but acknowledging the challenges that lie ahead in finding common ground amidst deeply entrenched positions. The potential for further escalation and the impact on the civilian population remain significant concerns as the conflict drags on. The humanitarian consequences are severe, and the longer the conflict endures, the greater the suffering. The international community must remain vigilant and continue to support humanitarian efforts to alleviate the suffering of the Ukrainian people. The economic consequences of the conflict are also far-reaching, affecting not only Ukraine but also global markets. The ongoing uncertainty contributes to market volatility, and the disruptions to supply chains are already being felt worldwide. The strategic implications for the global balance of power are also significant, as the conflict highlights the evolving dynamics between major global powers. The capture of Daknoy, if confirmed, underscores the complexities of the situation and the need for a diplomatic solution. The potential for further escalation remains, and the world anxiously awaits further developments. The international community is engaged in various diplomatic efforts to achieve a peaceful resolution, but significant obstacles remain. The humanitarian crisis continues to deepen, with millions of Ukrainians displaced from their homes. The ongoing conflict creates significant challenges for reconstruction and the long-term development of the country. The geopolitical implications are profound, shaping the global landscape in the coming years. The conflict serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of international cooperation in resolving conflicts peacefully.